Hello pool players, Ron here. Got a great shot I want to share with you. It's called the drag stroke shot. We're going to be shooting it from the Mighty X position. So we've got that red and white striped cue ball that's 2 diamonds up, 1 diamond over. We're going to shoot this 8 in that corner, and that too is 2 diamonds up and 1 diamond over. Once again, Mighty X position. This shot is, the physics of this shot are pretty intriguing. So I've used this red and white striped ball so you can see what is taking place. Notice when I pocket the 8, how this ball runs forward after it's pocketed. So the shot looks like this. And now we're perfect on that 9. Now you see how it just hit? It was kind of coming in spinning backward like a draw shot and then released and rolled forward. You need to familiarize yourself with this shot. A lot of professionals shoot this shot. In fact, at the Michigan Open this year, I took and counted, I didn't watch every match, but I watched a lot of matches. I counted over 20 times that this shot was shot. That's amazing, and pros use it a lot. The reason that they use it, by the way, is that they can commit to the stroke, because if you're slow rolling a shot, you cannot commit to the stroke. It's a little more difficult to stroke straighter, but also you're letting yourself be subject to any table roll or any debris on the table. You just have a tentative-like stroke, but it can work, and some players rely on it, but it has some issues. In that shot, let me demonstrate it. I'm actually pretty good at it. I like to use it. I started out using it until I learned that stroke, which is that drag stroke, and then I now kind of rely on it a little bit more. So let's go ahead and line up here. One thing about this stroke is you have to be really dead on. I'm going to try to roll it right straight at it. And that's pretty good there. Notice I cut it just a little bit, and I do that for safety. Notice how this ball ended up over here and not right at the pocket, because if I get too much roll forward, I could scratch. So now you're close enough here where you can actually cheat that pocket just slightly to have that result. So be aware of that. Now this brings me to the shot that I struggle with the most, and it's called the stun run-through shot. So let's check that out. Before we get to the stun run-through shot, I want to show you a real situation here that we might run into on the table where we've got the cue ball very close to the cushion and the 9 is also close to the cushion, and we've got to pocket it down there in that corner. Problem being that when we go into a corner pocket from this line, that pocket's very narrow. If we try to slow roll this ball and there's any runoff at all, we could easily miss that 9 ball. But this is where the drag stroke shines. By committing to a stroke and then skidding that cue ball down there, we'll more easily pocket it. So the shot will look like this. You can actually miss the shot and still make it. If you hit it with that very slow speed, but it was a committed stroke, the ball will go in. So now let's take a look at a stun run through. So now we're going to shoot the stun run through shot. Much more difficult for my game. I would suggest you guys practice this shot if you're going to want to use it, because it is so much subject to tip position. We've got to hit this shot with pace. And if we hit it with too much top, we're going to scratch. It's going to follow right into the corner. I hit this just a slight bit below center is what I'm looking for. Not bad, that's not bad. That's probably the best I can do because I just don't have that shot. It's so tough. what I typically will do, if I have to hit that shot, I will cheat that ball into the pocket, usually to this side, so that my cue ball will come here and go to a second rail and then be in shape, okay? And you can do that. You can use cheat, and that'll help you basically keep you from scratching, okay? These are 3 shots that we must master. Now let me say this. Don't just play to your strengths. I think that's where a lot of players, neglect advancing their game, because they only shoot shots that they know that they can make. Go ahead and bite off these kind of shots where you've got a difficult situation like I do. I need to practice on this more. That's really what it's all about. So you need to as well. If you can't do a drag stroke, then work on it. If you can't shoot a slow roll shot, which requires a very straight stroke, then practice it. That's the message of this video. Don't limit your game by limiting your skill set. And you can learn to become better at shots if you just practice more at them. My weakness used to be the draw stroke. Not anymore. I've worked enough on it to where I've improved tremendously. So anyway, short video, just wanted to cover these 3 shots. Leave some questions and comments in the comments section. Let me know what your strengths and weaknesses are on these shots. Also, make sure you hit that like button. You guys know that helps me get this out there to more people. I want my videos to have more views. I want to build the channel. You'll help me by doing that. I need you guys, okay? Thanks for watching, and once again, like I always say, keep on practicing.